Morning everyone, and out at one of my favourite spots right in the water. There's actually fish jumping out everywhere. Actually, a big one just jumped out then, I can see him in my view. And I think we've been going through some really challenging times, and I know for myself, right, and I kind of wanted to be really real and authentic and share with you today, is that I think mentally and emotionally a lot of us are exhausted we've had 2 years of COVID. We've now got the conflict going on in Russia and Ukraine, which has put everyone on edge. And I don't know about you, but it kind of feels like it's just been for so long that we've been enduring all of these kind of stresses, and it's still continuing. And I know here in Perth, we've missed a lot of, probably the last 2 years, we've been fortunate enough not to have a lot of COVID in Western Australia. And now we're going through that really big first wave of Omnicron. And I think our news, in terms of, we were getting a lot of daily news about it. Our government has shut down a lot of the broadcasts that they're doing, which has been kind of unusual, right? And where they used to be tracking where, hotspots were, we're not getting any information about that. And it's only through talking to people that we're really kind of figuring out how things are going. And, for example, my son, I spoke to him, he's a high school teacher, and he was saying they've got literally, I think, a couple of days ago, 100 children and teachers in isolation. And the numbers are just growing. And none of that has been filtered through until yesterday. The government finally put a release out about the schools, what's going on. 300 schools affected by COVID. And, I think it's that whole mask wearing and those, restrictions on our freedom, and it's just been ongoing. And how do we mentally, for me, certainly mental exhaustion, emotional fatigue in terms of just that, underlying or overlying sense of stress. And, the stuff going on with Ukraine and Russia has been so disheartening for so many people. And I know none of us really want conflict. And, I know a lot of the Western countries and European countries are banding together to put sanctions in place to try and help that situation. But nobody wants to see innocent lives being lost, and on both sides, because we kind of got to think, well, the Russian people don't either have a say either. A lot of them don't. And when we're all put in this position of feeling like there's nothing we can physically do to help, we can provide and demonstrate our support, but it's a deeply worrying situation. So I know for me it's affected me personally, and I'd love to hear how you're going. Love to hear comments down below. I think it's a time for really connecting with friends, with family, community, banding together, trying to do whatever you can to lift your spirits up. And I know for me, I'm always an advocate for health and well-being, and I have literally, I did injure my back in the gym last week, so I kind of was out of the gym for a week. But the first thing you do is you drop those practices that really lift your energy levels, your vibration, your emotions, and help you release stress. And I kind of realized that I've been down in a bit of a slump and had stopped doing some of those things myself. So here I am out in nature. It is very beautiful. As soon as I started my walk, there was just this beautiful sense of calm and peace. And I think it's kind of really good to remind yourself that you are safe, that, we're very fortunate in terms of whichever country that you're in where there is no conflict. We're still all having to deal with COVID, and I think we'd all dearly wish for that situation to be over. It's been 2 years now, a little bit more than 2 years. So I guess I just wanted to kind of have a chat with you and go, hey, how you going? And I think, a lot of this stuff has created, particularly with COVID, has changed people's lives in terms of what you're doing for a job, what your career is, your businesses have been affected. Some of you having to look for alternatives in terms of that as well. So there's been some big upheavals, yeah. All right, my loves. Just want to share this message, just want to hear how you're going, and we'll chat soon. All right.